Hey y'all, this is your K-pop auntie Carly, and this is Only One Of. I have not heard Only One Of before, so time to jump in here. We have LibidO, and this video comes to you thanks to my patrons over on Patreon. Everybody over on Patreon gets voting rights, and one of the polls is videos, music videos that are kind of older. You know, they're not new comebacks, and this would obviously be one of them. And I got the sense from the voters that they're giving me a little nod, wink, wink. I see what you're doing here, type of thing. Okay, so I do know, I was told by a patron that this does feature LGBTQ plus relations type of relationships that the group itself does. So interesting, especially with the culture in Korea. And I will also thank StayTeeny, username StayTeeny, for being one of the first to recommend this video here on YouTube. So by all means, you don't have to be a patron to recommend videos. You can, you can vote over there, but you can recommend videos in the comments, and I keep track of those. So keep recommending. Thank you very much. This video does have captions. I'm going to turn it off first time around so that I can just pay attention to what's going on in the music video, as well as, like I said, I haven't heard these guys before, so I just want to hear them. I want to check out if I like the actual music itself, and then I'll turn on the captions and see what we're talking about with a title called LibidO. I can only imagine what the song is about. In we go. Where's my volume? Let's get that up.
LibidO 마치 밧줄처럼 엉켜져 있는 줄기 아무 이유 없이 끌리지 LibidO는 빛처럼 뻗어가는 뿌리 아무 규칙 없이
like the sounds of it so far.
널 볼 때면 숨이 막혀 벌어지는 덩굴 다른 걱정은 너무 shooting through the night Want you to sing in my body Want you to sing in my body 오늘도 참지 말고 받아들여 LibidO
Ooh, okay.
아무 소리 없이 빠져들어 LibidO
Alright, I'll give first impressions. Very good point to pause it at as well. That I like the sound of it so far. Like, the voices are good voices, but the musical accompaniment, the actual music itself, I'm really enjoying. So don't mind guys taking their shirts off either.
Want you to take a bite 나의 그 힙발이 마치 나를 부르는 fantasy Girl I just wanna know 빠져나가지 못하게 나를 비집고 들어오는 너
Yes, I see you all. Thank you very much. with your I see what you're doing with recommending this one.
Want you to sing in my body 오늘도 참지 말고 받아들여 LibidO
I really like this beat. Tempo.
마치 우린 곁에 물 걷고 있는 것 같아 주인 아무것도 없고 우린 그 속을 밤새 걸어가
Careful. Usually when guys grab crotches, I'm telling the guy to be careful of what they're doing with their own hands. Apparently I need to tell them to be careful of what they're doing with other people's hands.
I wanna see you sing on my body 지금 이 순간 넌 내게 어려워 참지 말고 받아들여 LibidO
Yeah, I would definitely be interested in more based on this. I really like this sound. It's like this. It's like a rock techno almost type of thing. And done? Alright. If y'all were expecting me to get all flustered, you don't know what I do for a living. I am a book editor, and the main thing that I edit is romance, all erotic romance, and mostly non-traditional relationships. So if y'all expect me to have gotten flustered by anything on that screen, you should just see what I read on a regular basis. This was mild. This was extremely mild compared to the large quantities of books that I have read. You don't really, it really takes the fluster out of things when you edit sex scenes for commas. That comma is in the wrong spot. That's an Oxford comma should be in there. That is a list of things that is happening. Besides all of that, yeah, I thought that when my patron mentioned that it was LGBTQ plus friendly group, I was like, oh, okay, so we're gonna have some lyrics, some innuendo and stuff, and like, oh no, they're just like going for it. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, it would be very interesting. Y'all can educate me in the comments with like how. Well, some of the comments from my patrons were that it'd be really nice for them to get more attention, basically. And so I'm guessing they're not incredibly popular, and based on the views that I saw on the music video, they probably have much more, like, devoted, smaller fan base, which is fantastic. In the author community, they say that you make a living off of 1,000 like devoted fans that buy every single book that you write. So like as long as y'all like really love and support them, like they can make a living, they can keep doing this. But yeah, educate me in the comments a little bit about these guys, because I don't know anything about them. I do not know anything about them. I even forgot to count how many members there were. I will when it starts up again. But yeah, you'll have to let me know how they are received in Korea because of their messaging, because I know that it's, even though it's progressing, it's not as open and wide open as other areas of the world. It's probably in between in the scale of openness for this kind of content, because there are a lot of places that are not friendly whatsoever to this kind of messaging. But yeah, let's get into the lyrics. LibidO. I'm sure that it's about one's libido, because we start right off with a little bit of bondage. It's fine. Okay, stem tangled like ropes. Stem tangled like ropes. Alright, well, the stem was... Yeah, if you haven't watched me before, I struggle through some lyrics sometimes, especially if the translation is a little bit more literal than it needs to be. Stem tangled like ropes. So you got... Stem would be not your roots, but the thing above ground, or like an apple that's a stem off of there. Stem tangled like ropes. So something on them is tangled like ropes. I'm attracted for no reason. Leave it, a libido. We are like roots sprouting up like veins. Get mixed up with no rules at all. When I see you, I can't breathe, and my pupils expand. Which pupils expand when you're on some sort of high. Endorphins are going. No worrying about other things. Shooting through the night. Why don't you just sing to my body? Why don't you just sing to my body today as well? Don't suppress it, just accept the libido. I want more and more. I'm attracted without a sound. trust you and I accept you. As if calling over with hand gesture, which I trust and accept you would have an even bigger, connotation in this kind of atmosphere, where when it's not as accepting to be, where you're in a culture where it's not as accepting to be, out, that, to say I trust and accept you means a lot more in this kind of situation than it does for like a male-female traditional relationship. As if calling over with hand gesture. Want you to take a bite. Your teeth seem to call me in fantasy. Girl, I just want to know. You come in relentlessly and won't let me leave. Actually, they're what they're doing in the lyrics. Getting around things, even though the MV is very much not girl. When I see you, I can't breathe and my pupils expand. But, to another extent, that does make it more user-friendly for, like, radio. For people who just kind of hear a song. I always talk about, when I get into these types of songs, that have different meanings, where there's a one meaning that fans can be like, they hear the lyrics and they hear something deeper. And there's another level where if you're just like hearing the song for the first time, you can still appreciate it. You can still, that's probably where the girl fits in there, because it's just, if you haven't seen the music video, basically, and you just hear the song, you can enjoy it on a much more surface level, right? When I see you, I can't breathe and my pupils expand. Don't suppress it, just accept it. LibidO. Yeah, so definitely a song about getting entangled and all twisted up with another person. Physical attraction that takes place. Don't just accept it. Don't suppress it. I feel like we're walking on shallow water. There's nothing around, and we keep walking through the entire night. That motion with that particular line, that is fantastic. What you need, why can't you see the light over there? Which, why can't you see the light over there? I don't know if that is supposed to mean like there's a light at the end of the tunnel type of thing. Like it might be darkness around you, but there's something out there. There's an end to it. I'm gonna go where I feel like going. I want you to sing my body. Yeah, the experience that can't be compared to anything else. I'll give that to you. Like experimental period. You are like an experimental period being like this doesn't have to end. This doesn't have to be an experiment that ends. You're already putting a period that doesn't end things. Yeah, so it's the period being the end of a sentence. You're already putting an end to. You're already putting a period that doesn't end things. So yeah, you're already trying to end something, but it doesn't end it. Like you're trying to end it, but it doesn't end it. Period. No limit though. I want to see you sing about it. Right in the moment, you are my only one. Don't suppress it, just accept it. Yeah, I do like the sound. Like, the message is good. Just kind of be yourself and not suppress who you are. Don't suppress who you are. I think that is the best line in there. Just don't suppress it. And so I'm interested to hear, more of these guys. So recommend songs to me, because I legitimately like the music as well. And it's not a thing of there's a bunch of guys on the screen and everything. I'm too old for that. But the messaging is good. don't mind the music video. The sound, like the music itself, they make good music. Like they sound good. So I'm definitely in for more of this. And I'm glad that there is a group out there who is willing to give positive messages to a marginalized community, throughout the world. Because there are, like I said, Korea's probably right about in the middle when it comes to openness on these issues. There are a lot of places in the world with very large populations where it's like you just don't talk about a music video like this. I mean, this is probably banned in a lot of countries, this music video. So would love to see more of these guys, hear more from these guys. Leave me comments, educate me in the comments, all of that good stuff. All right. And yeah, become a patron so that you can also do all the voting. Have yourselves a wonderful day.